Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. Hope you are doing well. And today's video, like the title and the thumbnail says, we're going to be looking at our 100x, 1000x portfolio, and how we can make $1,000 into $1 million. To be honest, this is a project that I believe this is actually a portfolio that has a lot of things to consider, and we're going to quickly start. First of all, let's address some of the comments here. Rusmita, is always a pleasure to see you, and Amadou Kefadin. So, before we get started, I've covered the importance of having a portfolio outside your other sources of income. If you are going to be having a portfolio that you need to take care of yourself, to take care of your family, then it's not really wise to put all of your life savings into a single portfolio because it makes you emotionally attached to it. So note that this $1,000 portfolio that we are going to be working with in order to make $1 million, 1K dollars to 1,000 X is a high risk portfolio. And when when making a portfolio like this, you have to put it in mind that you can make 1,000x, and there's also the possibility that you lose a lot of money. So there's going to be a lot of high risk play in the portfolio today. I want you to understand the nature of that risk because the way you make money in crypto, the truth about it is you have to be able to buy micro caps. If we are making 1,000x play, we're not going to be buying high caps. We're not going to be buying mid caps. The only way to make money in the crypto space right now, to make 1,000x portfolio, is by buying the micro caps. Is by buying the micro caps. So what kind of projects am I looking at? The first approach is a 50-50 approach. I always say you should have 50%, that's $500, that you are willing to take very high risk with. We're talking about 200K, less than 500K in market cap, and the remaining 50% is a little bit relatively safe compared to the other picks in the portfolio. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, now that we understand that there should be other sources of income outside your $1,000, let's look at what projects I will be picking to make 1,000x in my portfolio today. The first project is going to be a brand new gem that I've been eyeing for a very long time. This is a project that I'm genuinely very interested in, and I think there's a level of risk to it, and that's why I haven't actually put out a buy alert on it. But I think I'm being fully transparent with everyone here, and I think this project has a lot of bullish, like long-term momentum. Now, this is a project I've literally been looking at for close to a month now, and that project is Archive Chargeback. Now, this is a project that is within the, sorry, let me bring it up right here. Okay, I hope it's on the screen now. This is a project that is within the decentralized storage narrative, but it takes a very unique approach. And one of the challenges that people face right now is that, take for example with Twitter, Elon Musk said that accounts that have not been active for like 2 years is going to take it down. Now, Chainback Archive allows you to store history in an untampered and immutable manner. This is a project that gives people the benefits of storing data and being rewarded on the blockchain without it ever being lost to time. I think that's a very interesting and unique use case for a project like this. Building an AI powered internet archive for the Web3. I think that's a very strong use case. Now, this is a project that is sitting at less than $1 million in market cap, about 600K in market cap, and is doing quite well today, up 39%. But the reason why am adding it to the high risk portfolio is because it's still a relatively new project. It's been around for just 6 months, and it's got buy and sell taxes about 5% on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, these are things that normally you wouldn't like to see in a project, but I think it needs a little bit more time to mature, and most likely those buy and sell taxes will go. But the idea behind this project is just excellent. Now think about different uses aside from the fact of having archiving files and data on the blockchain on the internet. It also gives you signing, meaning different people without needing a centralized entity can agree upon a document, sign it, and then store it up there for everyone to see. That's openness, that's security and transparency on the blockchain ledger is with this project. And I think that's very unique. I really haven't seen any other projects doing this. And considering the market cap that this project is sitting at, let me bring it up. Like you can find this project right now on only Uniswap. Is a fresh project, is a brand new project. And if you look at the market cap on Dex tools, you see it's sitting at $584,000 in market cap. Good amount of liquidity, about 100K in liquidity. So very interesting projects. You can see it went all the way up to 0.01, so about 2x down from this point. But that aside, ignoring the price, looking at the market cap, sitting at $580,000 in market cap, and for what they are doing, you see, this is what I was referring to. They've got a 4% buy tax and a 4% sell tax. That's not something that a lot of people will find attractive, but it's still a fresh project, it's still a new project. I'm willing to give it some time. I'm willing to take some risk with a project like this, and I think that can easily 1,000x your portfolio, because I've literally held back on this project and it went on to do over 10x. I didn't pull the trigger on it because I was being cautious. I think it's important to be cautious. I'm a cautious investor. But for those of you out there who are willing to make those gains in crypto, and trust me, the only way you can make big gains in crypto is by taking risk. It's a sad but true reality. You need to be able to invest in 200K projects. You need to be able to invest in 500K projects. That's when you make 100x. That's when you make 1,000x. That's when you make life-changing money. And I do my best. I do my best to bring the best projects to you guys on the space. I do my best to put projects that are relatively safer and stronger. $1 million, 500K, $2 million in market cap without any of all these red flags or glaring issues. And I think those ones will do very well. But that aside, if you're willing to take a risk, I think this project is definitely worth paying attention to. So Chainback is an interesting project. It's something that is relevant to individuals, businesses. It gives you legal transparency and infinite storage. Very unique use case for decentralized storage, signing and archiving on the blockchain. I think that's a very good use case for a project like this. So I definitely would add this project to my low cap portfolio, to my DGen list. I'm sorry for all the background noise. I'll add this project. And the next one is another one that I think is highly undervalued, but it's seeing quite an uptrend today, and that's Broccoli Network. Now, Broccoli Network is within the GreenFi narrative. This project I also think is high risk, high reward, especially considering the market cap that it's sitting at right now. And it's sitting at a market cap of just about $590,000. So this project definitely can aid adoption within the crypto space. And it's the second project I'll add to my list, because once crypto starts to get mainstream, once crypto starts to get adopted, there's a lot of issues, especially with people adopting it because of energy concerns. Earlier this year, the White House was imposing a 30% tax on mining crypto because they believe it's bad for the environment. And we had last bull run in 2021, Elon Musk refusing to accept Bitcoin due to energy reasons. So a project like Broccoli Network is addressing this concern. Broccoli Network aims to provide a solution to energy concerns on the blockchain, giving you options to use DeFi, NFTs, and many other. Using their APIs, you can use crypto the way you know and love it while contributing positively to the environment. So this is a project that can really, I can see it being a huge narrative, especially once people are starting to see the need for projects being going green because it's hindering adoption. Broccoli Network is definitely going to do well in that regard. So I'm bullish on Broccoli Network. I think there's a lot of room for growth, especially at this market cap. This is a project that is, remember, is sitting at less than $1 million in market cap, about $590,000 in market cap. And once, if you can compare to projects like Energy Web Token, Energy Web Token is one of the few green fire projects that has really taken off in the crypto space. Energy Web Token is sitting at a market cap of $125 million. So if Broccoli Network were to achieve that market cap of about $125 million, that's about what, 250x from this point. And we're in the bear markets right now, guys. So to say that Broccoli Network can reach $100 million in market cap, that's 200x from here. $200 million in market cap, I think that's possible. So another high risk play, especially considering how the price is right now, and about 60%, about 40% in circulation out of the 100%. I think this project is another micro cap that can give you a lot of gains. So the first one, let's quickly do a quick recap. The first one is a brand new gem, Archive. I've been following this one for a very long time. Very unique use case for storing, for decentralized storage, for signing documents, and for archiving data on the blockchain. The next one is Broccoli Network. And the of high to this portfolio of high risk play. Sorry, I'm sorry, I cut out for a moment. Hope network is still okay. Okay, are we good? Sorry. Okay, sorry about the whole network interruption. So the reason why I said I'm adding Lancera is this is a project that is launching in Q3, and there's a reason why the market cap is so low right now. The market cap is literally less than $1 million, and that's for a reason, because a lot of people have not seen this project yet. A lot of people are not eyeing this project yet. So that gives you the opportunity to get in early. This is a high risk play, but I think this project will do well, especially once the project launches in Q3. Lancera is within the freelance sector, and if you pay attention to that, that's one of the sectors I'm very bullish on for the blockchain, because it gives you a lot of solutions that are much more better than what we have in the Web2 space. Lancera is tapping into a multi-trillion-dollar industry. A lot of people are going online nowadays, with people entering the metaverse and stuff like that. So the idea of freelancing, the idea of making it efficient, adding the security, the borderless aspect of it, and making a quick and easy payment solution using the blockchain, I think Lancera is going to be able to implement that very well. So I like the fact that they are tapping into the freelance niche. Over 1.7 people are not able to access work. They are unbanked because of banking issues and network issues, especially depending on what part of the world you are in. So Lanceda is solving all these problems, breaking barriers, helping clients and professionals connect, and also building a metaverse as well. So if that's something that excites you, that's worth noting, Lancera is also doing. So that's three projects now: Chainback Archive, Brooklyn Network, Lancera, and I'm going to call another project, and that's within this 1000x portfolio. That's Gamers. So Gamers like Lancera is an extremely ambitious project. The reason why I like Gamers is it's adding interoperability to an NFT marketplace when it comes to gaming, because there are thousands of games in the crypto space. It's difficult to get started, and gamers helps people getting into the crypto space understand what games they can, gives them visibility. It helps them list their products, buy and sell in the marketplace. Just a lot of functionality, especially for their social aggregated marketplace. So that is something that is bullish for this project, and that's something that is right around the corner for their roadmap. So a social hub for gaming, for helping people integrate into the crypto space from web 2 to web 3. I think that's a big deal, and it's definitely worth paying attention to. So being social, an aggregator marketplace, very huge deal. Adding interoperability to NFT. It doesn't matter whether you're on Solana, Avalanche, BNB, Polygon. With gamers, they are providing a platform that will allow people to list their NFT projects and sell it. So giving this visibility, helping the projects stay ahead, giving this hope for people in the crypto space to gather, I think that's bullish for projects like this. So this is another low cap gem that I think is worth paying attention to, that I think is worth adding to your portfolio, especially if you are going to be holding for the long term. And it's good to see that they are constantly putting updates, the staking options, and there's also strong utility for the tokens, in that on the platform, if you want to be ahead and stay on top of ranks and stuff like that, you would need the gamers token for that. So definitely another low cap worth paying attention to, the gamers token. And that's it for the high risk plays. Now you would notice there's a general theme for the high risk projects within this 1000x portfolio, and that's either that they have a proof of concept, or they don't have a product that has launched yet, like Lanceria or Gamers. However, they have an active development team. So you're taking risk by investing early and trusting in this project, but the potential for returns is much more greater, because once these projects launch, once the marketplace becomes active, the price will absolutely blast off without you on board. So it's just something that, as an early investor, you're taking that chance, and that's the chance that can actually give you life-changing gains, especially in the crypto space. So it's not possible to make good gains in crypto if you're not willing to take chance. That's just a reality. And now we're going to move on to projects that have working products, to minimize the risk in the portfolio. I said in the beginning of this video, I like to make it 50-50, 50% high risk plays, and the remaining 50% much less risk. The first project within that less risk play is check dots. Now, check dots is really undervalued right now, to be honest, in my opinion. I think this project has a lot of long-term potential. I think it has a very strong use on the blockchain, especially if you consider a lot of the shenanigans that happens in the crypto space. Hacks are a very big problem in crypto. Smart contract vulnerabilities, stablecoin defects are now an issue as well as platform hacks as well. So I think these are reasons for check dots to exist, because these things happen in crypto. And CheckDot is a great project that offers insurance to protect people from all of these problems. I think this project is good, especially if you consider what the team is doing. They've expanded recently to the Avalanche blockchain, and that's what I like to see. Projects that continuously expanding. They are within the Arbitrum ecosystem, and now they are on Avalanche ecosystem as well. Meaning, projects within the Avalanche ecosystem can benefit from check dots. They can also give you risk assessments for different projects before investing in the space, something that is extremely important, especially for newbies. So I think check dots is a great project, strong justification on the blockchain, and I think it has a lot of long-term potential, especially considering the market cap is sitting at. Check dot is still at a market cap of 1.3 million dollars, over 73% in circulation. So this is the definition of a real low cap gem. I think this project is definitely undervalued at this point. Over 6,000 projects that they've analyzed, and they've insured up to $113,000. Not really much, especially with the amounts we are dealing with in crypto, but it's still good to see. It's still a growing project, and I think this project still has a lot of room for growth. I think CheckDot is worth paying attention to. Another one that I'm bullish on, I get XP network vibes from it, is charged particles, IONX. Now, the reason why I like charged particles and I'm adding it into the relatively safe category of my 1000x DGen portfolio is because this is a project that has a very strong use case, whether we like it or not. It doesn't matter whether or not I talk about charged particles. As the crypto space continues to progress, as the space continues to develop and mature, projects will find charged particles useful. It's a very great blockchain tool. Charged particles essentially makes your NFT projects more than just an NFT. It gives you everything you know about DeFi, whether it's staking options, whether it's what else apart from staking, whether it's embedding NFTs within NFTs, whether it's creating a digital portfolio with one NFT profile. Charge Particles gives projects a lot of options to add to their NFT projects. That's what I love to say about it. you know not just a simple NFT project by itself, it gives utility to many other projects. I'm a big fan of blockchain tools, and the fact that charge particles can give many other projects so much functionality, so much uses, means this project is going to be around for a very long time. you know there's a lot you can do with it. NFT bundles, DeFi utilities, you can weave together brand new NFT, nesting it, adding staking options to the project. And it's not just a proof of concept. They are actually being used out there by several projects within the space, and that makes me bullish on the project. Another thing that is interesting about the project is, if you take a look at some investors in the project, there are a lot of people. The CEO of Aave, investing in this project, Warwick investing in it from Synthetics. Smart money is behind this project. I think this project is being slept on. I think it's undervalued. I think there's a lot of strong use cases with it, even though it's not as exciting, or it's not following hype right now. This is a project that, as NFT projects are building in the space and they want to become relevant, they want to become efficient, they will look for projects like Charge Particles to give people more than just to stand out, to give people more than just profile pictures and stuff like that. So, charge particles, if you haven't done so already, pay close attention to this project. Another low cap gem that I'm bullish on, and perhaps one of the most bullish low cap projects in the space right now that I've always been whining about and talking about for a very long time is XP Network. XP Network is undervalued. It's a real blue chip in the making. Now, why do I like XP Network? It's kind of like Charge Particles, very similar. It's just the main difference is XP Network gives you an NFT bridge that helps you move over your valuable NFT assets from one blockchain to another. Now, the reason why XP Network is I'm so bullish on XP Network is the amount of partnerships, the amount of integrations, the amount of projects that are flocking over to XP Network to solve their problems. If you think about it, the very first NFT bridge using from VeChain was done so using XP Network. So this project is definitely one that I have no doubts will do very well. It's sitting at $2.5 million in market cap. NFTs are worth over $400 billion in the crypto space. They are estimated to be worth over 400 billion. If you think about the XP network and it's being used, across this many chains, Tron, Algorand, Tezos, Phantom, so many blockchains out there, they are using the XP network as a powerful NFT bridge to move over their assets. Then seriously, you shouldn't just be jumping from hype, looking for hype projects to make quick 2x gains. These are projects that are worth holding for the next bull run, because if you're holding a project like XP Network, if you're holding a project like charged particles, like gamers, like Chainbag. These are projects that will do well because they are so relevant. People will find a need for them. They are not going to be waiting for hype to do well. These are projects that will do well by themselves. Whether or not I talk about it, these projects will do well in the long term. The fact that they have APIs, very bullish on this project. I think XP Network is an undervalued gem in my opinion. And don't just take my word for it. Look at the projects that are using them. Skytopia, Dragons, voted Dragons to the is now on the BNB chain. If projects want to have these cross-chain capabilities, they want to be able to tap into several markets, they'll find the projects like XP Network very relevant. Take, for example, one of the low cap gems I'm always talking about, Fabelt. Fabelt was able to achieve cross-chain gaming using XP Network. They now have game NFT marketplace on BNB chain as well as the Polygon chain. So projects achieving cross-chain capability using XP network is a big deal. So Solana bridging NFTs, many more. There's a lot I love about this project. I've made several dedicated videos on it. You can go check out the videos on my channel. And guys, this is a project that I've been talking about way before anybody else on YouTube. I've been talking about it since it was about $1 million in market cap, and my patrons were able to get in super early on that. And my lack of sleep and hours of research is just for finding great projects like this. So if you would like to do find projects like this, if you like to get in early before the rest of the crowd, I have a Patreon. There are two ways you can join. You either message me directly on Telegram or consider joining my channel memberships. So XP Network, not just XP Network, there's Defina Finance, Fabwealth itself, Mask Browser, so many low cap gems in the space that I've been covering and talking about on my channel. Consider joining the Patreon if you'd like to get in on that. So XP Network, love it. I think is worth adding in every portfolio. I'm buying it. I've bought it. I'm holding it for the long term. Another low cap gem that I'm bullish on is Hustle. Now, Hustle is a project that is I'm adding it to my portfolio because I like to diversify my portfolio a lot. I like to have um different kind of narratives in my projects. I've got freelance projects, decentralized storage, blockchain tools. Exponential hustle projects is within the music narrative. And I don't know many music projects out there. There are just a few of them. Audios being the most popular with the highest market cap. Hustle adds a unique twist to that. Hustle does add the metaverse to to its NFT music platform. So I think that's actually a very unique use case for this project compared to many other music projects on the platform. And this was something that I've been saying a very long time ago before all of the Apple and Metaverse hype. And, I've been talking about it for a very long time now. And I think Hustle is definitely, I think it can easily explode. I think it can easily go far because within the entertainment niche, those metaverse, gaming, music, projects, all it needs is just a celebrity to say, hey, you can find my album on the Hustle platform, and then you see people talking about it, and the project absolutely exploding. So this is a project that is not just a concept; it's actually active. It's being used out there. Artists are listing their music on it, and I like the use of NFTs outside just pictures. I like the use of NFTs with music and with videos as well. So Hustle is another low cap gem that I think is can do very well for the long term. So that's four high risk plays and four relatively safe projects with a working product out there. I'm going to You can shake it up however you like. The general idea of a degen portfolio, of a high risk portfolio, is understanding that you can't over diversify and you must be willing to take an amount of risk to make good gains in the crypto space. Hive is another one that I think is worth mentioning. You can mix it up. maybe you're not a fan of XP Network, maybe you want an alternative to Lancera, but with a working product, I think Hive is undervalued. Hive has a working product right now that you can get started with. Another low cap gem that I've talked about way before everyone else on my channel, and I think has a lot of long-term potential. Hive is another good one, adding a lot of utility to the space. I always say people always forget the currency part of cryptocurrency. Hive gives people that option of paying with their favorite crypto without having to first convert it to fiat. So solving a lot of problems, solving the ridiculous fees that we see on Upwork and Fiverr. Hive is a low cap gem that I think has strong potential within and outside the crypto space. Another strong low cap gem that I'm bullish on is Altura. Altura is a great Web3 solution to for game development in Web2 sector. I mean, the fact that Altura is a Unity verified solution, it speaks a great deal, because Unity is one of the biggest game engines out there. So if what it means is, if developers want to port over their games from Web2 to Web3, they can do so using the tools on Altura. And Altura, also like XP Network, Altura is constantly forming partnerships and integrations on their blockchain. Many NFT projects, many gaming projects are using Altura. This means as the space continues to mature, as the space is developing, this is a project that many other projects will come to be able to operate efficiently. So projects like Charge Particles, XP Network, Altura, they are selling a shovel during a gold rush. I think providing blockchain tools will do very well, because they enhance efficiency of other projects within the space. So Altura is definitely another low cap gem, and one that I've been checking out recently, and my good friend Crypto Archie called over on his Patreon a very long time ago, and they made good gains, is Shield Protocol. Now, this is another great project, very interesting one. I looked into it and I found it quite interesting. Um, it's got a lot of partnerships, it's got interoperability with it, a, a go-to place, especially with all of the issues that comes about with crypto, with all of the fraud coming around. There's projects that help customers, that helps consumers feel safe in the market, aid adoption. And I think Shield is a very good example of that. Enabling security. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling too fine today. Enabling security on the blockchain is a big deal. An advanced daily use security tool to secure online accounts. Recently, I'm trying to remember. Someone was fished for over $400,000 just this week. And you know like I always say, is a sad but true reality. Projects like CheckDOS, projects like Shield Protocol are really needed in the space to help protect people, to help protect their funds. I think that's very interesting. It's got multi-chain capabilities, it's got bridging capabilities, and it's got different aspects of crypto like NFTs that are in addition to your token holdings. So Shield Protocol is definitely another one that you shouldn't be sleeping on. It's got a very low market cap. I think about $1 million or so. Let me confirm. And you can find it on Pancake Swap. So just Pancake Swap at the moment, few exchanges, meaning the accessibility, there's still a lot of untapped potential. This is a project that is sitting at $1.5 million in market cap. Definitely another low cap gem that is worth paying attention to. So I'm going to stop there for now and address some comments. I really appreciate every single one of you for joining. If you have any questions, if you have any comments or suggestion, put it down in the comments down below. I'm not going to stay too long in the live stream today. So thank you, Rusmita. OVR, over the reality. Yeah, I think OVR is a great project. I think it's also a low cap with a lot of potential. I mean, VR and AR is still relatively new technology, and there's a lot of investment that is going to be coming into it, especially with the Apple announcements. So there's going to be a lot of renewed interest with with augmented reality and virtual reality. Projects that have been building within that sector, within that space, pay attention to them, because OVR is not just coming to take advantage of the hype. OVR has been building for a very long time now, and if this metaverse native is going to pump, OVR is definitely going to benefit from that pump. I think OVR can do well in the long term. Let me quickly bring it up and see the market cap. Discuss the market cap. I think it's about $20 million in market cap right now. So I think if the I said it in another live stream, the metaverse narrative, it has the potential to reach up to 50, is estimated by 2025 to be worth over $50 billion, if not more, about 200 or so. I can't really remember the exact number. So OVR sitting at $21 million market cap. There's a lot of there's a lot of untapped potential. There's a lot of room for growth with this project. So I can see this project reaching, if we're being conservative, um, about 10 to 20x. That's $200 million in market cap. I think that's within range for a project like this. So yeah, Chainback. Yeah, I'm bullish on Chainback. You know, I made it clear it's a high risk play, especially because of the 5% buy and sell taxes. But the idea of the project is very excellent. Thank you so much, Jamel, for joining me today. Adam C. Okay, great video. I tried archive, but it says, yeah, I think, yeah, that's the reason why I said, buying this project is a bit difficult. If you would like to buy archive, is it archive or yeah, archive? If you want to buy archive, you would need to set your slippage to about 5 to 6%. It's a project that is about 6 months old, but I think it has a lot of potential for growth. This is a project that, the idea is excellent. I think it has a lot of justification on the blockchain, especially if you think about history being erased. A lot of people get political about history. They don't want people to, they want to pretend like slavery never happened, or some crazy things in human history never happened. But history is meant to the history, the records are meant to be there for us to look back on and learn from. So without being all political here, I think that's a strong use for archive. I think we should be able to have the option to preserve history, and the blockchain makes that possible. So aside from preserving history, archive has several uses, signing and stuff like that. So definitely one that I think is it has a lot of bullish momentum for the long term. Archive. So the next project, no, it's just a green screen for the background, but thanks anyway. Yeah, I've covered OVR. Yeah, I haven't looked at Octa Space, but I'm bullish on Render. The reason why I'm bullish on Render, I covered it in this video here. The reason why I'm bullish on Render is because it's a project that is relevant not just to metaverse projects. It's a project that can be used for so many other aspects, whether it's gaming, whether it's music, whether it's video. It's got a lot of use cases more than just riding on a metaverse hype. So Render RNDR is definitely a good one, and I think it has a good use case even outside of hype. Pay attention to projects that can do just that are not just one trick ponies. I like projects that niche down, but RNDR does it so well that its utility extends beyond just metaverse projects. I think RNDR is definitely going to do very well in the long term. Hello, my friend from Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Another Niger boy. Nice. I really need your honest opinion. Yeah, I've been talking about Hustle. Like, I think it's one of the projects I talked about here. Let me I've been talking about Hustle. It's within the Ultimate Degen portfolio, and I was talking about Hustle since it was 0.018. So it has done more than it did up to a 3x from that point. And you know, I don't shy away from the fact that there's risk within it, but it's a project that I think can easily go far. Most of these projects wouldn't wait for you before they start pumping. You have to understand that you are taking a risk. And many people shy away from calling these projects. Many people shy away from calling low caps because the crypto space can be unforgiving. People sharpen their pitchforks and are like, oh, if this project goes down by like 10%, I'm going to blame SSM. You have to be responsible. You're an adult. At the end of the day, you're the one clicking buy. I'm just letting you know the projects I'm buying. I'm just letting you know the projects that can give you a lot of money for your investments. And I think Hustle is one of them because Hustle isn't really going to wait for anyone to start buying. It's not going to wait for your consent before it starts pumping. And I think it's a high risk, high reward play. So if you're willing to take that risk and it starts to pump, then you deserve every gain that comes your way. So I'm bullish on also for the long term. I like to diversify my portfolio and I'm adding it to my portfolio as well, for that diversity and its unique use case. Yes, my friend, I like trials is another low cap gem. I think it's got this unique use case of is it how will I say it, some kind of verification, putting verification outside just automated use. It allows people to actually ensure that their verification is true. Altura, yes, bullish on Altura. Thank you so much, STE Ben. I appreciate it. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I hope it's okay to just call you Ben. Ripple XRP. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'll be going live with the crypto gem hunters. Hopefully, yeah. So we're going to discuss a lot of things. We're going to discuss the current market conditions. So be sure to join us. 7 p.m. Dubai time. That's about it's less than an hour from now. So yeah, you can meet me there. Put your questions there. There's a lot we're going to cover, as well as how to find some great low cap gems as well. So I look forward to meeting you guys there. Opinion about Ator protocol. Ator protocol. Never heard of that. Let me quickly bring that up. ATOR. Okay. Ator protocol. Okay, $20 million in market cap, 70% in circulation. Good. 19% today. That's nice. It's gone up quite a bit today. So you can find it on Mexi and Uniswap. Good amount of listings. It would be nice if they can list on more exchanges. Now let's check the project idea. Anonymity at scale. Yeah, I suspected with the Tor in it. Empowers adoption and strength of Tor network, proof of uptime and relay hardware, allowing users to passively contribute to Tor, to earn passively while contributing to Tor, relay and receiving recognition through Tor. So strengthen Tor with on-chain rule. So you're strengthening the Tor browser and you're earning passive income while doing so. So there are many projects that I've come across and they are good projects. Honestly speaking, they are all good projects. But something I always tell people to pay attention to is you have to understand, you have to be able to state why your project is different from any other project that is doing it. Because why would I be using um AirTor protocol when I can be using Brave browser, that has Tor capability, and I also have earning capability from it. So you have to think, what's the unique selling point of a project? What's the competition like for this project, and how does it stand out from the competition? So that's very important. So I like the idea of the project. I'm going to look through it some more and see how it differentiates itself. Perhaps it's the interoperability, immediate store interoperability, existing tunnels, immediate incentive, consumer privacy, really. So yeah, it's got a great idea. I'm not seeing how it's different from many other Tor browsers. I'm going to look deeper into it, but the project looks good. It's a decent project. Let me see. I really appreciate you, Berus. Rusmita, opinions on Binance. Yeah, to be honest, I'm proud of the crypto space. It's not like it means anything, but the fact that the crypto space has matured well enough to resist the fraud from SEC, the fact that the crypto space has come together to stand behind Binance and Coinbase. I really think the SEC is just grasping at straws now, because you know Celsius was there. Um, FTX was there, not just even within the crypto space. A lot of banks in the US were collapsing and were collapsing. So, what were the SEC doing then? They're just, trying to bully people into selling their bags, trying to flood the space. And the crypto space has gotten smart. They've done it over and over again. They're just throwing a lot of, nonsense to the wall and looking for what sticks. And I think their tactics are beginning to backfire, is beginning to fail. So, fault from the SEC, ignore it. Don't sell your bags because of news from SEC. I'm sure a lot of people are regretting selling Bitcoin at 25K, just because they got some bad news from SEC suing Binance. The fact that CZ has a lot of cash in reserve ready to fight back, the fact that Coinbase is doing their best to fight back. I think the SEC is just grasping at straws, and they wouldn't really go far, to be honest, with all of this fraud. So, hello, my friend from Australia. Good day, mates. God. Hong Kong will start the new. Nah, not really. I don't think this China narrative will cause it's. You might see some projects and some people talking about it, trying to be bullish on it, but I don't think it's going to start a full scale bull run, because people don't understand Chinese. Most of people in the crypto space, because crypto isn't that friendly in the Chinese market. So it's being in Hong Kong being friendly, it's good to see. It's good to see the adoption. I just don't think it's going to start the bull run like many people are hoping for. It's just more of hope at this point, to be honest. So yeah, I need to prepare for the crypto gem hunters. I'll see you guys over there. Be sure to join us. Bring your questions as well. Thank you so much. From Barbados. Yeah, is that in the Caribbeans? Yeah, it's really nice. Any AI, yeah, I'll share with you Humans AI is my most recent video. Please check it out and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Humans AI is a great low cap AI crypto project that addresses a lot of unique challenges when it comes to AI. AI has this issue with censorship, lack improper crediting. It also has issues with on unethical practices. So humans AI is adding that human element to AI projects. I think that's going to make this project go very far. Check out this video of mine, the best AI crypto gem, 10 to 100x low cap altcoin. I think is definitely going to do
Hello,
very
everyone,
well.
and welcome to another.
This is one of the most recent AI crypto projects that I've been talking about, and I think yeah, Iman's AI is worth paying attention to. I was right, from the Caribbeans. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Yeah, well, there's a lot more going on for the crypto gem hunters. You can join us over there. We'll be starting in less than an hour, and you can bring your question. And it's not just going to be me. A lot of the gem hunters are going to be there. Smart minds. Be sure to subscribe to the Crypto Gem Hunters and turn on notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me in the live stream today, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you guys keep pulling me back to talk about projects. Space Chain is an interesting one. I had fun making the video. I like. I'm a simple guy. I see opportunity to wear a helmet and I just take it.
Good
Space
day, ladies
Chain
and gentlemen.
Space Chain is good. It's got unique use cases. I think expanding investment opportunities to space, adding this crazy amount of layer security when it comes to putting your nodes outside space on International Space Station, is unique. Nobody's doing it. It's experimental, so it might take off, it might flop. Who knows? But I'm willing to bet it to do well. So sorry, check out the project, check out my videos on my channel, and I'll see you guys over on the Crypto Gem Hunters. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe and take care, guys. Bye bye.